Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda, Hero of the Reich, Defender of the Fatherland, here to live out your eyes and ears. Another Propagandacast, 1 versus 1 this time, on the fields of Angoville. Yes, indeed, Angoville shall be the scene of today's dramatic fight. And who shall be doing the dramatic fighting, you're asking? Well, good question. In the southern corner we are seeing RM, DaRealslimshady. Would he please stand up? Opposing him shall be Runningsky, our American friend here, fighting for the 30th Infantry Division. Opposing him, Runningsky, fighting for the 2nd Panzer Division. And why not get right down to it? Right down to it, there we go. Possibly a saboteur at work there, ensuring that my start button doesn't work. Most fiendish, and again note, at the edge of the base, although in this case he's doing it slightly differently. He's not placing it right here, he's placing it at the slightly reverse edge of the base, I suppose. Possibly, of course, meaning he's going to be focusing much more heavily there. And again, in that sense, I mean, it's not bad to, I suppose, place it there if you have intentions of, well, a more specific site to actually focus on. Whereas here with Runningsky, there's no real site this favors as such. It can work either side reasonably well. But the Wehrmacht quarters up, barracks up, riflemen on the way. Most likely, Volkskammer is on the way from there. So far, so good. Engineer sneaking up on the east. Going straight for the munitions. This, of course, is a high point. There's quite a few high munition points, in fact, high resource points on this map, which is rather, I suppose, one of the curiosities of it. There's also a lot of strategic points at the same time to really cut things off. But I mean, 2 high munitions points, and 4 actually. I need to learn to count, and 2 fuel points of sort of high yield. Rifleman heading up here. Probably more on the way soon, and there we go. First Volkskammer team out and securing this strategic point. Well, of course, the pioneers move on to actually secure the resources, and also note a bit of sandbags there just to protect against any sort of initial fight. Good maneuver right there, and of course at the same time using the rifle to at the same time also secure the point right there, and of course being a bit faster than the Volkskammer due to higher capturing speed. The riflemen pretty much early on having the highest, then later on grenadiers, stormtroopers, officers can also sort of reach the same levels. But so far, absolutely no engagements. More riflemen on the way, however shall this go? Volkskammer's moving in, perhaps hoping to catch some engineers moving in for that high munitions point, and yes indeed, strategic point there, right exposed, but no such interest from the DaRealslimshady to actually secure it. So far. Second Volkskammer team arrives, and this could be it, though we are seeing 2 rifleman teams heading towards the west, engineers in support. This could be the first initial larger push. Volkskammer are there near the strategic point. Others are going to be needed very soon, and there we go. The fight has begun, and there we go, hooking around. This is going to be a nasty little situation for the Volkskammer. They're getting rushed by riflemen and engineers. Others are moving up to support. One Volkskammer bites the dust, and I'll bet you he was the squad leader. No, for once it was not the squad leader. Position though not really good, and there we go, going for the strategic point, thus denying Runningsky and the 2nd Panzer Division the resources on the left hand side. MG42 though sets up pretty quickly, but DaRealslimshady, being rather swift, notices that, but he doesn't quite get away, dropping 1 rifleman there. Volkskammer though taking heavier losses, having suffered quite a bit. MG42 moves closer, hoping to flank the rifleman positions, perhaps. And yes, indeed, and there we go, a bit of sneakiness from Runningsky, hoping to duplicate the trick on his opponent. But riflemen are being swiftly sent in to deal with that. Rifleman getting hit by MGs. More riflemen on the way. Good aggression, good aggression. 3 rifleman teams so far, and a flamethrower, which again could be used for a sort of nice long flank. Runningsky so far, though, not doing too well. going to have been cut off from its resources, and clearly at the moment DaRealslimshady is holding the major advantage in terms of map. I mean, notice how much he's holding, how many victory points he's either taken or rendered neutral, and of course he's also been able to do the more damage so far. Well, that course can swiftly change. And what is going on here? I suspect we might actually be seeing a sniper, so that means the two Volksgrenadier MG sniper move right there from Runningsky. Going for the strategic points there. And mining, lots of mines there by Runningsky. This is good. Always try to mine if you can. You can really do a lot to your opponent if he's not careful or just plain unlucky. Now goes Sniper joining in. Volksgrenadiers attacking these flamethrower engineers. Have to be careful not to get too close, or they will easily get scorched, toasted, and well, other nasty things involving fire. And oh dear, almost all 4 down in seconds to just that one engineer team. Absolutely horrific. Again, the danger of the flamethrower, and that's some burned krauts. But pushing on here in the stead, Volksgrenadiers supported by the MG42 quickly pushing away there while Pioneers continue. More mines, jolly good, while the sniper continues to being an ass over here. And I believe we're already seeing here from DaRealslimshady a counter to that. Either having expected it or just quickly reacting. He's gotten himself a weapon support center continuing. He's only had 3 riflemen teams out. I'm pretty sure he was actually sort of figuring 3 riflemen and then a sniper. Only problem was in this case he was beat to by Runningsky. Mining going on here as well. And quickly shifting sides. 1 Volksgrenadier team, 1 MG, 1 sniper, and MG42 also here, so he's having 2 MG42s, 2 Volksgrenadier teams, and a sniper. And there we go, mine goes off, 4 riflemen down, absolutely splendid. Not for the Americans, of course. And there we go, sniper on the way, tree at center. So both sides rather having to do some attrition due to snipers. Of course, in this case, DaRealslimshady will hold the advantage because his opponent, of course, will not be quite ready for a sniper. Of course, never know if it is. Because, again, DaRealslimshady could be going for a lot of other things. He could be going for grenades, he could be going for BARs. And he could be running into more mines. Volksgrenadier team again, almost down. Again, the flamethrowers do horrific damage. Once more going for the cutoff point, and oh dear, running into another mine. American sniper moving up. Rifleman having suffered quite a bit. 4 kills for the sniper Koenig so far. Continuing the push up the eastern flank. Securing that strategic point. But again, once more, cut off from his most precious resources, including these 2 high munitions points. But already a Krieg barracks has been reached.
We're losing ground out there.
So we might actually be seeing some Grenadier zones to really push the fight, I suppose. Or perhaps get a half-track, a Pak-38. He might, of course, probably going for the Pak-38 because he doesn't know that his opponent has gone for a sniper. He's seen nothing, heard nothing, lost nothing to it. Oh dear, this could be really nasty if the American sniper's quick on his feet. Using the sniper to take a point, but no. Good move there, just using it until he can get up some infantry to do the real job. And of course, note, Volksgrenadiers do gain a bonus to taking territory as they reached skirmish phase. Little fun fact there. Further fighting here, more mines possibly going down. But no, they're stopped. Going for the fuel point. Sniper advancing. Oh no, the snipers, the German snipers running around in the open.
Enemy unit down.
He didn't even need the air reconnaissance. Oh no. Oh dear, that was just tragic. Sniper though getting hunted down, but that was... Oh dear, that's going to hurt Runningsky, who's certainly already hurting quite a bit. Riflemen though getting suppressed, not all of them are of course behind this very, very slim piece of heavy cover. More riflemen running around there, and again another assault here. Volksgrenadiers again, highly flammable. It seems like someone must have accidentally washed their clothes in petroleum this case around, because these flamethrowers are ridiculously effective for some reason. I mean, sometimes they won't do much, but I mean in this case, my goodness. And another mine. Jolly good show there. I mean, what he might be losing in other ways, he's certainly making up for in mines. And that's good. It looks like he's actually gotten a half-track out. Die mittlere Schützenpanzerwagen. MG getting flanked. Volksgrenadiers doing what they can. And rather than quickly running out beyond the arc of the MG42.
Paratroopers
No, not quite. He misjudged it, I imagine. And is quickly sent scurrying off. The fight for the fuel point has begun. Sniper on the run. The half-track rushing in. Well, as much as a half-track can rush. And engineers running straight into it, getting minesweepers. Which of course is not a bad idea after your troops have hit well, I believe 3 mines so far. So that's actually a pretty good idea. Further fighting continues here. Volksgrenadiers and riflemen duke it out. MG42 covering from this point, ensuring that it can't actually be quite as swiftly flanked, unless of course someone decides to blow up the hedgerows there. Which is not really what Americans do. Half-track disabled by a mine, but not nuke completely wrecked. And let's go have a look at Runningsky, see what he's up to. Another push, Sniper keeps up the pressure.
Half-track, over.
And we are seeing some grenadiers up as well.
Weapon check.
Oh dear, this is an assault on all 4 sides. Well, all 2 sides, there's not really much there. Sniper, Volksgrenadiers, MG running half-track, they're rushing in. Riflemen quickly suppressed by the MG mounted there, and good using a pioneer to that. Volksgrenadiers getting suppressed. I mean sniped, MG moving in, Grenadiers moving in from the north. Of course, with the sniper, he knows he doesn't have to worry about any packs right away. And we are seeing a quick flank about from the north. Again, endangering the flanks, although the half-track can really help with flank protection of our force. And of course, there's still the sniper. It looks like they've barricaded themselves in the house. This could backfire on them if they're not careful. Grenadier snipe. We will be seeing grenades, yes indeed. And just getting out in time, but still one goes down. And engineers rushing in, gaining veterancy 1 in the process. Further fighting over here. And again, swiftly pushing from side to side. The DaRealslimshady's really doing quite a nice job here. But of course, the half-track, if of course used to actually transport troops around, and can really counter that to a certain extent. By of course running lots of nice firepower and of course a place to reinforce. More Volksgrenadiers moving out. And a sniper now replaced. And airborne. Oh dear, the half-track quickly went down to recoil his rifle shots. And the half-track was down. The Germans actually had something, though it was on a much larger scale. Actually, I believe it was about 88mm, was sort of more of a anti-tank gun sort of style thing. But still, they had something, although it's mostly for paratroopers. Oh, the MG's getting overrun. Volksgrenadiers doing what they can. German sniper moving about, hoping to catch the American one. And mines from the DaRealslimshady, jolly good, of course, hoping to prevent a counter-attack, or at least mark that up. And there we go, that mine making it safe in as it saves the flank. Sniper quickly rushing out.
The enemy advances.
Quickly. No bunkers though, or medic station up for either side. That again would have probably benefited either side quite nicely. Sniper with veterancy 1. Oh, he got him. Nice job there by Runningsky. And a tank depot though immediately going up right there. And this, oh dear, I don't think he actually has anything to stop that. He has lots of infantry. He's actually getting a Kampfkraft center now. He doesn't even have a single Panzer Schreck. This is what you might consider dangerous. He's now going for the Sturm Armory. It might not be it. If he goes for a Sherman, this could really be a huge problem for Runningsky. But of course, the DaRealslimshady is probably betting on that, hoping to catch him off guard with the Sherman blowing his troops apart. My apologies, I do seem to have a bit of a cold.
Old squad, listen up.
And going in for the cut-off point there, lovely.
We can now unleash our propaganda war.
But certainly a lot of half-tracks were blown up during the Normandy fighting. In fact, the Panzer, which was fully equipped with them, lost a lot basically to simple air attacks.
Veterans engaged.
So the majority of them even not really got used against the enemy. Fun little fact there. And a mine once more.
We are losing.
And almost dead, but no one actually got it. But They are in a very, very bad position. Tank depot, nothing happening there. Grenadiers moving in, flanking from the rear. Minesweepers were simply too late to sweep. Oh, the tragedy, but going for the fuel point. Hoping to hold the line until the troops bash in. Sturm Armory going up. Nothing going on from here. He's probably not ready yet. Perhaps because he lost this. And the engineers left to fend for themselves, but they are quickly rushing in against the Volksguards in light cover, thus making them easier. We are seeing infantry veterans, but the engineers don't care about that. They're burning them. They're having them a Volks barbecue. Strafing getting suppressed. And they are all retreating now. And Grenadiers, Volksguards moving in. A nice infantry counter-attack by Runningsky. Airborne moving in if they had... Oh, getting up, knocking out the heavy cavalry. It looks like Runningsky has made his doctrinal choice, whereas his opponent has gone for airborne, thus choosing more tactically flexible and slightly better. Right. My apologies for all of this. And now things seem to be much more stable. Right. Again, airborne though getting pushed off.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory.
The rest reinforcing, making a nice push in the east. Still nothing on the way from the tank depot. I do believe the Sturm Armory is now up with an armored car on the way. Oh dear, that could easily end up badly. Armored cars were not exactly there to take out tanks, although I suppose in the actual war an upgraded Puma could knock out the Sherman if it attacked from the flank. On the straight up slugfest, it would lose. Propaganda war, I think, but I believe he might also have missed with it, which is less inspiring. Oh dear, be careful right there. Placing yourself at the mercy of as many windows as possible is never the way. And I'm quickly pushed away due to a grenade blowing up a crate, probably full of apples or something like that. And quick attempt right there at flanking this position ended in blood and tears. But a more assault force moves in. Flamethrowers galore. And this rather prompts the Grenadiers to get out of there, but the armored car moves in. And tank depot is finally flashing. No supply and upgrades though. Shame. Shame. Still no medic station either. And there we go. Mine knocks out the engine. Heavily damages it. And at the same time the Sherman is ready. If it takes the challenge, of course, it can really do a lot of damage. Of course, depends on what he actually does with it. Of course, if he gets a 50 caliber, it's only going to get that much nastier. Although the armored car is quick to repair. Attempted harassment quickly stopped. Sniper drops one engineer to the rest to decide they have things to do at home. Their mothers were calling. And there we go, 50 caliber on the Sherman. Volksgrenadiers seem to be the prey. One man down immediately. Rest retreating. Lots of MG fire. And now the MG-42 is also getting pushed off. Push hit right here on the western flank as well. Doing as much to take away territory away from less Runningsky. Sherman hunting down the poor unfortunate Volksgrenadiers. And quick to get a Panzer and a Pack 38 now that he realizes things are not quite what they seem. Grenade on the airborne, and the airborne not reacting. One fellow went down.
Replacements fall in.
No grenades though for the real Slim Shady, and those could have helped him at times, I think. Grenadiers continue to fight against the airborne. The airborne doing more grenades. Oh my goodness, that was a great grenade. 4 airborne down. And quite a bit of MG fire to join in, forcing the airborne away. Tank moving in, but it's going to get hit between several things. There's a Panzer at the front, Pack moving in on the flank, and there could even be some Panzerfaust if he feels rather bold. He's going in for the MG. But there we go, Panzerfaust. Pack. And just one. That didn't do it. Gets the MG, but at what cost? Sherman down. Oh, the inhumanity. I'm not entirely sure that was worth the loss of that Sherman. And then we got an MG which can be recruited, a few Fultz grenades, and that was it.
We have 300
That did not work well at all. And an attempt by the engineers to hit the... oh my goodness, carnage! Strafing run. Gets a few. Although the armoured cars also get off a few shots themselves. But he is securing most of the map, at least that's going well for DaRealslimshady. But will he actually use the tank depot any further? Will it just be one huge block he might as well not have spent any resources on? Veterans here on the way for the armoured cars. Still nothing that could really stop it. It might actually be time for the mid-game analysis. Let's just speed ahead a bit to switching time. And there we go, current situation. A bit pressured for the Wehrmacht, but at the same time I do believe they do hold the larger amount of troops. They've been able to rather keep the attrition rate up, and of course with the veterans also being quite helpful, but now the armoured cars will be that much tougher. The Sherman down in a... with the Sherman not really surviving for very long. That was a pretty huge blow right there to DaRealslimshady. And of course he's been bleeding pretty hard to hold on to all this territory. I mean, to a certain extent it certainly can work if you can then sort of line up something nasty. But I'm not entirely sure he can do that. I mean, he also sort of went for the strafing run, and sadly, like the Sherman, it didn't quite work. Just barely missed, and again, he seems to be swinging wildly and then missing the air, leaving him open for a right counter punch by his opponent. Runningsky, on the other hand, is not really holding a lot of territory in comparison, but he's better at holding his own troops alive, keeping them alive, not getting them killed in horrible, nasty ways. So of course there's that. There was also a certain lack of medic station or medic bunkers from either side. And well, you know, oh, he's actually gotten a supplied upgrade. That's the ticket. Let's return to have a look at him, who's, well, not got that much. 3 riflemen, an airborne team, and 2 engineers with flamethrowers. And the only one with veterancy are the engineers.
Listen up, Rifle Squad.
The enemy is after our victory point.
The ball game. Construction finished.
And looks like he's mining down. That's good. Panzer Division, flamethrowers. Looks like a tank destroyer now coming in. Right, yeah. Sorry about that. I had to alt-tab while I waited. Sorry, I had to see it. But moving in, moving in. Armored cars attacking from numerous points. This is going to end up badly for that infantry. They need to just get out of there. Know when to hold them, know when to fill them. But looks like an tank destroyer moving up there through the center. Will he be trying to get those armored cars, or what? No, he ignores them. What is he doing with that tank destroyer? Meanwhile, his airborne troops are running into a bit of a problem right here. Trying to knock out those armored cars, but they themselves are taking heavy losses. Why was the tank destroyer not called in to support? An absolute waste right there. And now, of course, getting pummeled by the anti-tank gun sniper, though, could be caught running. Yes, Runningsky lost his sniper. And the grenadiers, apparently fresh ones, have secured themselves a recoilless rifle. That's a bit against armored bits, but probably not as much as a Panzer Division. But at least there was some minor blow right there.
Territory from us.
Tank destroyer quickly being put together. Strafing run put ready once more. Will this one be more effective if he decides to use it? And a mine right there again. Fultz gunners hit it, but they don't actually take a lot of damage this time around. Rifleman setting up for another assault, perhaps hoping to sneak in on this MG, or perhaps ambush someone. Grenadiers, be careful! Careful, you could get crushed! Yes, there we go, 1 man down. Flamethrower engineers joining in. And the grenadiers are quickly pushed off. Armored cars not doing much, not upgraded, not anything. And there we go, rather than going for the grenadiers. No grenades. Pack moving in. Armored cars also joining in the fun. MG stopping the infantry move. This would be a good spot for a strafing run. Right down here, I think. And airborne quickly taking up position in the nearby building to keep away the armored cars. Still no strafing run. In particular, now that he knows there's a pack against strafing run around here, would have been nice. Now we can actually see it. Armored cars moving in. Pack cleared out. Infantry suppressed. Grenadiers are moving in with a Panzer, but will it be enough? Will it be enough? Will it be in time? No, they missed. Oh, and the tank destroyer misses. Sniper moving in. DaRealslimshady's gotten one as well. And looks like the engine is destroyed. A Panzerfaust and then a final Panzer leaves the tank destroyer utterly helpless. And quickly allowing the rest of the troops to retreat. Will DaRealslimshady push? Only very slightly, it seems. Tank destroyer bites the dust. And the western flank also falls. He's suffered quite a bit again. And failed to knock out either of those tank destroyers, much, I imagine, to his disgrace.
Supply drop is ready and asking for smoke.
Apparently hoping for a supply drop, perhaps for munitions, perhaps for fuel, perhaps for something else entirely.
Axis hold the initiative.
But of course, knowing his opponent has gone for terror, he needs to be careful, because I imagine there might soon be a King Tiger grenade at the airborne, but they're quick to get out, spotting it in time. And meanwhile, the rest are continuing on. The grenadiers for the recoilless rifle not needed at the front. Rifleman Stockton looks like he's actually gone for BARs now. Still no medic station though. I'd really recommend something like that. An attempt at the cutoff point, but the engineers are getting shattered, murdered,
Casualties being reported.
pasted. That was not good at all for the 30th Infantry Division, the 2nd Panzer Division, keeping up the pressure, although so far no panzers, just infantry. Will he be going for any of those heavy weapons, or did he just merely get it for the resources as so many other players do? They don't care about the weapons, just the munitions and the fuel. To fuel there. Strafing and back into the action. Veteran 2 for the German infantry, making them tough, although again, easier targets for flamethrowers, in particular veteran flamethrowers. Rather than moving in MG though, stopping them, and the armored cars are quick to react. And there is little to stop them. The armored cars are simply allowed to rain uncontrolled, which is rather where the problem lies. No anti-tank guns, and the tank destroyers are shown simply getting thrown away, but looks like he's getting another one now. That's good to see. Sniper and airborne moving in, hoping to do a bit of damage to the Wehrmacht right here.
They're on to me! Sniper taking fire!
Though again, might have aided DaRealslimshady had a medic station up much earlier. Such matters can, quite in the end, having been the most beneficial thing. Pack not recruit. Tank destroyer not sandwiched, nor is the Sherman. Airborne doing what they can, but the recoilless rifle, it just isn't very effective against armored cars. Usually you actually prefer a ranger with a bazooka for that. The recoilless rifle sort of being less effective against that. It's more against Panzer vehicles or perhaps armor. But for some reason against armored cars, just not very effective. But there we go, another Sherman joining in. 50 caliber on the move, strafing run ready, but he's not quite getting much out of him. Although again, suppose here could be a nice move. Bunker going up. I imagine that's going to be a machine gun bunker to protect the strategic point. He's tired of having it harassed. And a quick retreat there, but of course Sherman to the rescue. M4. Many variants throughout the war.
Sector being captured.
So, with plenty of the Allies actually using, even the Germans were able to capture some and put them to good use. And looks like a strafing run here. Oh dear.
Enemy unit
Several Grenadiers down. But a King Tiger, die Königstiger has arrived. MG forced back, Grenadiers in trouble. But so is the Sherman against the high velocity gun of the King Tiger. Will he be able to get out of there? Perhaps hoping to lure it into its own mines. Going for the cutoff point before they manage to secure it. And the western flank has collapsed. The armored cars are moving in. King Tiger retracts, not wanting to go in without support. This is good. But how will the DaRealslimshady react to this? He's going to need more than airborne with recoilless rifles and a Sherman to stop the dreaded King Tiger. And what will that be? Sherman quickly getting repaired, and King Tiger heading straight towards the minefield. No. Aha, of course, he might of course be expecting it, so basically just crashes through the hedgerows next to it. Clever move there, and of course, Tiger tanks and King Tigers can crush, although regular German armor like Schuks, Panzer IVs can also gain crush under the Blitzkrieg ability. Sending in the recoilless rifles. Seems a bit peculiar. And also ends very quickly. Not entirely sure what he's hoping to do. He's calling in an anti-tank gun, though where? Right there to support the Sherman. Which I suppose is where he's then going to try and hold off the offense of the 2nd Panzer Division, now with a King Tiger in tow. Grenadiers, Volksgrenadiers, armored cars all moving in. Light skirmishing right here, sniper and riflemen. Already veterancy 2 for this chap. King Tiger moving in, heavy fire from the anti-tank gun, but no armor-piercing rounds, it looks like. That's actually quite a miss. I mean, it increases the damage, plus of course it practically ensures every hit is penetrating. So why he didn't go for that is a bit odd. Perhaps he's hoping for a bombing run to do the job.
Composition
I suppose that's possible, and there we go, bombing run ready, and yes indeed, that's probably might be it then. Only a little munitions to go. Still no upgrade on this building. Could it be he's not planning an MG? Could it be he's merely planning something else, like say a repair bunker to help with King Tiger and armored cars? Who knows? What is going on here? Shifting of forces, and let's go look at Runningsky. Not high octane fighting, but not a lot of replays of that as of late. At least not what I have time to look at. Repair bunker up. Grenadiers, Volksgrenadiers moving in. And not all games have to be that. On the still figure, this hat's mentioning bit. Sniper continuing in. Jolly good, hitting where he's not expected. MG moving up. Of course, doesn't help with the airborne that they've lost one of their recoilless rifles. That certainly also diminishes their firepower against armor. Folks like riflemen sitting up for flank. King Tiger, though, nice and ready. Anti-tank are not moving up. Oh dear, that would have been the idea. You know, get the anti-tank gun up. Tank destroyers joining in, though. And these Grenadiers are in a bit of trouble. But the armor cars and the anti-tank gun recruit. We're going to be some sort of large fight very soon either side. Bombing run, oh dear, will he get it? Oh, he didn't quite do enough damage. And he's not following up on it. For heaven's sake, you don't call in a bombing run, any sort of artillery like that, and then don't follow up. I mean, that's just a waste of munitions then. You use the chaos of the artillery strike or bombing run to then follow up. And now it's just simply having to staggered. And of course his opponent can easily react to this at his leisure. And that's again a sort of issue you have to be careful of. And rather this was a slightly unfortunately coordinated assault in this case. A quick retreat there. Tank destroyer on the flank. Heavy damage from the anti-tank gun. Of course, Panzer Faust, another nasty business.
Ready for action.
And the memories of a failed assault for the real Slim Shady. Sherman not pulled in, anti-tank, and there we go. Now a sniper out from Runningsky, going to clear that out, making things a lot more a mess and further collapsing them. Sherman homing to crush the sniper. Hopefully that's fallen away, who knows? But this is not ending well for the Sherman rifle running into the MG42. They'll force the way and Grenadiers hit a mine. They did not learn. Though their recoil driver still does a nice bit of damage. And of course there's this Panzerschreck. Oh dear, will the Sherman make it back? Clinging to the sides of the hedgerows, the Grenadiers survive. And a Panzerschreck up the tailpipe does not enough. Still holding on to the majority of the victory points, running DaRealslimshady. I mean, keeps pushing, keeps attacking, hopes to keep his opponent off guard and away from the victory points. But he cannot be stopped. Runningsky keeps on running. Probably not towards the sky, though. And looks like he's getting veterancy free for his infantry. Volkswagen is getting hunted down, and a forced retreat saves the day there. Jolly good. Allied base not looking good, though. And again, this stage of the fun, again, the sort of lack of earlier much heavy anti-tank assets has been noted. Of course, also the lack of a medics station. I don't really have the mental stamina to play this right now. Sorry to hear that. Most sorry. Might be what is the last assault. Moving in the anti-tank gun, moving in the remains of his infantry, moving in, well, whatever he can afford. Armored cars reacting. King Tiger in repair and will soon react as well, I imagine. And running straight into a rather nice position here by the Wehrmacht. Has DaRealslimshady lost another sniper, in this case a rather veteran one. Rifleman going in here. No sticky bombs, I think, actually. Oh wait, there we go. Everything collapsing there, though. The position has been outflanked. I suppose the sniper doesn't help either. Will they capture the pack? That could help them against the King Tiger if they can seize the pack. That could also be a great against the armored car. Sadly, though, he didn't actually capture it earlier. I think it's been a mistake. But no, the assault is mired in blood as the Volkswagen and armored car reap their toll. Anti-tank gun moves up and King Tiger crashes through, hammering the anti-tank gun from the flank, and the sniper finishes it off. Airborne. Not really looking too well either. Bombing run against the King Tiger, though. Does a nice bit of damage there. Though the King Tiger was heavily armored and in fact could withstand direct heavy artillery. Not many other tanks could do that. Although it would have been a pretty bumpy ride inside. Oh dear. 2 down, only 2 left. Volkswagen is pushed in. And the remainders of the 30th Armored Support moves in. Sherman tank destroyer not even fully repaired. Anti-tank gun quickly and deftly recruit. And the tank destroyer moving in on the flank. But this is pretty much it. And GG, game over. A victory to Runningsky, a loss to DaRealslimshady. And of course, I mean, the lessons here. In this case, the game was basically won due to a lack of anti-tank assets, and more specifically, a lack of a response to those armored cars that could really deal with them. Those armored cars really did a lot of damage. I mean, 18, 13 kills. Not good. He did damage them several times, but he's never quite able to finish them off. Lost his troops, or armor for that matter, to either some rather nasty positions where they weren't fully supported or otherwise. So, I mean, it basically came down to armor tactics, and more specifically also dealing with armor, in which case the real Slim Shady basically lost on that. He could perhaps also lift a bit longer had he had a medic station, but sadly that didn't materialize either, so he's essentially ground down, though as he did a pretty great job in securing most of the map, but he was never able to really deliver the blow that would allow him to really hold that, which then allowed Runningsky to counterattack with vigor and retake. Anyways, there you go. Do hope you enjoyed this game. If you did, why not subscribe and tell your friends, and if you didn't, well, why not send in a replay of your own. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.